And with that, we'll say hello and welcome to everyone that's hanging out on this Wednesday night edition of live streaming on the IDK Player YouTube channel. I'm John Ramos, the voice of all that happens on this side of sim racing as we get ready to rock and roll for the area Drive for Dreams charity dirt race at Volusia Speedway Park. Now, unlike NR Night in America, this is going to be just a little bit different. We're going back to our studios in Nashville, Tennessee to explain, really, should we say, everything from what this event is all about, what is area, and why league racing is now making its way on this YouTube channel. For the ones that know, just a couple months ago, OSRL had a league race broadcasted on the IDK Player YouTube channel, and a lot of the hardcore base was saying, we got to have more of this. It's exciting. It's fun. Well, Area came forward and they said, hey, we have our 4th ever annual Area Drives for Dreams race. Would you like to join in? Would you like to call the race? And how about it? I said yes. And this is why we're here on this Wednesday night, ready to rock and roll while most of the lower 48 is under the frozen tundra. In Volusia Speedway, the dirt is up and out, and we're going to talk all about it. 50-lap feature, that is the main event. Heats will be available depending on how many drivers do sign in for the race. We will have an LCQ, and that's where the excitement really gets in because Volusia Speedway, one hot track, half a mile. It's 10% in the turns, 7% on the straights. This is actually a track I visited just about a couple years ago, and it's one of the more well-known dirt tracks from all the things that happen in speed weeks leading up to the Daytona 500. 24 drivers will start that 50-lap feature as they get ready to rock and roll, and then we'll have everything that comes after. Qualifying will be soon in just a matter of minutes. Top 4 in each will make their way into the feature. Top 4 from each heat will make it in, and that's where the excitement continues to go on. Now, what is area? You may be asking what exactly it all is, and will we see more of it? I think there's no better person to ask than that of the exact owner, that in Jacob Bell. So we'll talk to Jacob here in just a matter of moments, and we'll hear everything about what area is about. Jacob, John Ramos, how are you?
I am doing good, man. I'm excited.
I love it. Very, very excited indeed. We're just a matter of moments. Should we say 7 minutes? Let's say 7.5 minutes from when we get ready to start qualifying. But got to ask, for the viewers back at home, the Drive for Dreams, what is it? Why is it at Volusia? And what is area?
Yeah, so we our league started back in 2021, Area iRacing, and one thing that was important to me, as well as a lot of the members of our community, was giving back whenever we can. So just by way of nature, we had the opportunity to do our first annual charity event back in 2021, and we've said, hey, you know, it's around the holiday times, it's in the middle of winter, everybody's at home, everybody wants to start giving back. So we made it an annual deal where every single year we find a cause that's close to us, a cause that's very important to find a reason to give back to, and we host a dirt race. It's always a dirt race because Area iRacing is an asphalt-only league for now. We'll talk about that later. And yeah, so we were like, you know what, it'll be our one time we get to go onto the dirt every year, and we've been doing it ever since. So this is our 4th annual, and yeah, looking forward to it. Really
looking forward to it. Now, I got to peek at the schedule a little bit. I won't say much about it, but area, I've known this league for a while just because of the car count with the drivers that go in there heading into contender. How did you get area to the position it is heading into season 7?
Definitely started with having a really, really good core of people. And I always say that when people ask, but it's the truth. We were able to start the league with 20, 25 guys, and they were very, very committed to it. And they said, look, man, if you start it, we're with you all the way. And a lot of those guys are still here today. I think of Ryan Swan, Dawson Miller, David Weishart, Brad Slaughter Jr. Those are guys that were here literally since day one, and the reason we started this. And ever since then, it's just grown and grown and grown. We've had drivers like Jake Nichols, who hopped in season 2. He's taken over. He's been the man to beat for a while, but now the league's gotten so big and grown so much to where it's this super competitive series across all 3 series, and you know, everybody wants to race with the best, so that's what I feel like our Cup Series has to offer. On Monday nights, it's a can't-miss show, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for that.
It's going to be very exciting. What I love about area is there's almost like an economy in it. I'll dive more in when we have downtime, but in between the heats, the LCQ, and heading into the main event. But you guys have charters, and you don't have it just for the top division, that being the Cup Series. You have it for the Pro Series, which is your Xfinity Series, and also the Truck Series. How did that all come together?
Yeah, that came together in the offseason between Season 2 and Season 3. One thing that was very important for us always was teams. We've always had team standings, a team championship. And then we said, you know, let's make this a way to where the teams are you know, encouraged to stick around and to build. And we invented a charter system very similar to what NASCAR has. Obviously, it's a little different because it's sim racing, but yeah, we have 36 charters in each series. All of those 36 charters are currently occupied by 4-car teams. So there's 9 4-car teams in Cup, 9 4-truck teams in the Truck Series, and 9 4 Xfinity car teams in the Pro Series. And those guys are encouraged to sell their charters in the offseason if they want. If they want to keep them, they can come back, and they are guaranteed a spot in the series that they have their charters in. And then in addition to that, yeah, we have 36 charters, but we start 43 drivers every race. So that means there's a minimum of 7 open spots for drivers that aren't chartered, that maybe are new to the league, or maybe new to iRacing and want to start cutting their teeth in a league like ours. They have the option to join the league, try to qualify in as an open guy, just like you would see in real life, and there's 7 open spots minimum every race for those guys too. So yeah, it's a good system. It's helped us grow. It's helped us get teams very, very heavily involved, and it's worked out so far.
I'm looking at the entry list. We seem to be stacked. We're looking at least as of this moment, 33 drivers. You can still have more drivers joining in with the extra 5 minutes of qualifying. How many heats are we at least as of this moment, projected to have?
Yeah, I think we're pretty much locked in now at this point. We're going to have 4 heats tonight, so it's going to be 4 8-lap heats. The top 4 drivers from each of those are going to go directly to the feature. That's going to leave us with an LCQ from those drivers that don't finish in the top 4. LCQ is the last chance qualifier for those that aren't familiar. Those guys that don't make the top 4, they'll be in the LCQ, and I believe we're going to take the top 8 out of there. So 4 heats times 4 is 16 cars, and then the top 8 from the LCQ, that gets us to 24 starters tonight. I think we're well over 30, so there's going to be some people not making the show tonight.
All right, I like it. 4 heats, the fast 4 make it in, and that's very easy for everyone to understand back at home. You just got to look at the 4, the fast 4 on the left side of the tower, and then the Elite 8 in the LCQ, and you got the whole show, 50 laps. That's going to be a lot of fun because we know the heats, the cautions don't count, but the main event, cautions do count.
Yeah, we don't want to sit here and run a caution fest all night. So we got the 50-lap main event with caution laps counting, and hopefully that's our best 24 drivers, though, too. So there won't be too many yellows. It'll be very intense, high-level action up front. Travis Beckner won this race last year in the late models, and he's back, so he's going to be one to beat. I know a lot of people got his name circled, but we got Cup Series champion Jake Nichols in here, 2-time Truck Series champion Brad Slaughter Jr. in here, so the field stacked from the asphalt side of things, but we also got a few dirt racers that hopped in here. Joseph Pratt, I know, is a guy that a lot of people talked about. He should be pretty fast tonight. Jordan Navarro and etc. There's a lot of people tonight that are going to make it a good show. Big
question here. We're just under the 2-minute warning. About 1:30, we're going to be going trackside at Volusia to watch qualifying. But the cause for tonight is for John Wilson's recovery. What exactly happened?
Yeah, we're actually partnered with Hendry County Motorsports Park, which is a real-life dirt track down in South Florida, and they do a huge memorial race every year at the beginning of December. So we were actually at that track, or at that memorial race, I should say, and there was an incident before the night even started with John Wilson, who everybody that knows him at the racetrack, he's a give you his shirt off his back kind of guy. He's the track prep guy, but he's really more than that to the racetrack. He's always there working with the track owner, getting that place to really top-tier condition to race. And unfortunately, there was an accident that night before the night even started that, you know, he got some serious injuries from, and didn't even, paramedics came, they tried to get him to leave an ambulance, and he said, no, man, I'm sticking it out, I'm toughing it out. He's a tough guy, and he stayed the whole night, watched all the racing, but then he had to go to the hospital, obviously, the next day, and the injuries were pretty serious. So he and his family that have been so good to the dirt racing community, we're trying to just offer them some help with their medical expenses, because if anybody doesn't deserve it, it's him. And he's also a guy who was literally just doing his job, right, and doing what he loves, working at the dirt track. And yeah, that's what I'll say about that. And you know, definitely a good family, and they need all the help they can get, and we're here to help.
All right, well, guess what? We're now less than 15 seconds before it is go time. We'll head trackside at Volusia Speedway. Jacob, so grateful to have you on with this partnership as we get ready to have some fun on this Wednesday night edition. And hopefully everything lives up to what you all have been looking forward to.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me. It's going to be a fun night of racing. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
Yes, indeed. Well, Area is now going to get their opportunity to have the limelight here on YouTube and Our Night in America, feeling victories all year long. For the ones just tuning on in, filing in, I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR. Get ready because single car qualifying is upon us for the 2024 Drive for Dreams charity race. You may be asking, wait, hold on, we're not in 2024. Well, usually the race is ran in the year prior. In this case, it was not like that. The race is running as of this moment in 2025, so they do plan on having another one later this year. Excitement in the air. Dirt racing from Volusia. 2 laps, 5 minutes for all these drivers. And actually, just to go ahead and do a quick system check, we're going to go ahead and bring it back to our studio here in Nashville, Tennessee. Just making sure everything is up to date. There isn't any issues with the graphics, and we should be good to go. Qualifying fully upon us. Slaughter, Cole, all these drivers ready to roll. Beckner, Miller, Kane, Howell, Aaron Smith, Curran. Lined up. So as of this moment, top of the board, it's all Slaughter. Cool is in second. Miller, Gary, Swan. That is the top 5. And doing a quick system check. So we are checking some things as of this moment, and we do want to preface one thing. A lot of snow is getting ready to head into this area. We are actually under a winter storm warning, and I did get an update from the provider for Wi-Fi in my area, and they said expect lower upload speed. So if the frame rate is off just a tad, you definitely know why. But we are going to continue to monitor every situation as we get ready to go green tonight. Less than 3 minutes remaining. Jake Nicholas, 73, rolling around the speedway. And he will continue to complete his lap, should I say, Seth Berger. Muffins, Jones, Pratt getting ready to put his lap down as well. So we are looking at 33 drivers to go ahead and take the green flag tonight. Nicholas and Swan all watching, all waiting. Top of the board currently, Tyler Jackson with Jacob Bell going second, Slaughter P3. They got Cool, Miller, Gary, Swan, and others all lined in. Ryan Jones, you do see updates, custom overlays on the left side of the screen. For some of the drivers that went ahead and put in their custom number ahead of tonight's racing. Brad in 10th, Beckner in 11th, Powers there in 12th. James in 83, one of the final drivers yet to qualify. Shane Wolf puts his way back down into 3 and 4. And we've talked before about certain guys that possibly have what it takes to go top of the board. Area, a lot of fun to go ahead and watch them. 3 series, a lot of action indeed. I love seeing what Shane Wolf is able to do as of this moment. He is 13th, and your field is just about set to put all the heats in motion. So qualifying comes to an end. We are guaranteed 4 heats tonight before the LCQ, and then from the LCQ, we'll have the main event. I'm John Ramos, hanging out with us tonight on this Wednesday night edition. And we'll be back Friday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Let's get ready to go green in Heat 1. Once again, top 4 from every single heat will advance to the main event. Everyone else goes to the LCQ. The Elite 8 from the LCQ will make their way to the main event, where 24 drivers will take the green flag. Jackson Miller lined up on the front row as we get ready to go green. Pace truck rolling off. Lights already out for the ones that are hanging out with us, saying hello and welcome as we get ready to go. Jackson Miller, Lacados with Shane Wolf, Servidillo, Coop, Robertson, Millins, should I say? Pardon again. Mullins and Weishart will be the top 9. Let's get ready to go green. 8 laps to separate, no cautions. Lined up, ready to go. Pace truck makes a hard left on the pit road, and we're green in Heat 1. Jackson early lead, 1 into the outside wall, that's Miller. Lacados, Robertson, Shane Wolf toe-to-toe now for the 3rd spot. Fighting down to the bottom. Just trying to line it up. You see these drivers doing a great job on the inside lane. So Lacados into the 2nd position, at least as of this moment. Jackson, the race leader. Shane Wolf, Robinson, Mullins, and Servidillo back there in the 6th position. 5 to go. And Robertson there in 4th. No change, at least as of this moment, on what's going to be going in or out. Mullins back in the 5th spot. We did wonder if he got caught up anywhere near the positioning. Lacados, Shane Wolf to the inside. And Jackson was very easy to get away from the rest of this group. A 2.5 advantage, give or take. Fights now for the 2nd spot. No fight just for the transfer. Miller and Coop already 5 laps down. We wondered if we were going to have caution-free heats. On the road to possibly seeing that now. 2 to go. Lacados, Shane Wolf. Wolf in 2nd. Son of the Becca, 1 to go for Tyler Jackson. pulled out to an early lead in Heat 1, was able to get away from it. A blink by Shane Wolf, gets tagged in the back by Robinson, slams the inside wall. Tyler Jackson on turn 4 will win Heat 1, and Shane Wolf will not transfer with that wreck. Cliff Mullins makes the show in the 4th position. Wow. All right. And drama will quickly be added in just from the start. Let's watch back. Wolf inside. Goes up the racetrack. Blinks once, blinks twice, and then got ran into the back of, which then caused the issue of him going right to the inside wall. Well, it's never over until it is over, and what we mean by that is, well, pretty simple. If you don't have the car ready to bring it back across the line in the position that you're currently having it in, well, stuff like that does seem to happen. Unfortunate for Shane Wolf and just a situation he was put in, but just like that, Heat 1 comes to a close. Heat 2 is ready to commence. We are making sure that everything is good when it comes down to overlays, so we're just doing a quick reset and making sure the graphics are good to go, prioritizing quality over anything. Race fans, let's get ready just one more time as we get ready to roll for Heat number 2. Bell, Gary, top 2. They'll be leading us to green. Jacob Bell, Tyler Gary, Joseph Pratt, with Steven Stefanski, excuse me, with Michael Kern, Aaron Smith, Howie Briss, Aaron Smith, and Ben Pierce. They struck the hard left on the pit road. Let's get it going for Heat 2. Bell to the race lead. Tyler Gary into second, has company behind. Pratt, Stefanski. Looking, peeking, wondering what's going to happen. Don't expect Aaron Smith to be sitting in 5th for long. Kern and Briss. Still toe-to-toe. Ben Pierce back there in the 8th spot. And unlike Heat 1, where it was a runaway show, the top 8 all separate with just about 2 seconds in between. 6 to go. Joseph Pratt. Stefanski hanging out. Aaron Smith in 5th. Tyler Gary. Do you go for the race win? Do you go for the Heat win, knowing that it could jeopardize the move from 3rd or 4th, or do you ride around there in 2nd? And if anybody knows who Tyler Gary is, races a lot of Moon Car. We've seen his aggression over there on the Twitch side before. Not out of the question. Smith in 5th. Less than a car length to that of the 15 in front of him. 3 to go. Gary's got Pratt. No move just yet. Smith still within striking distance. 2 to go this time. Bell under pressure. Tyler Gary in 2nd. Now Gary still has Pratt behind him. Top 3. Just nose to tail heading down into turn 2. Gary position underneath. Tyler Gary, slide job off turn 4. 1 to go in Heat 2. Bell drops back. Switch back inside. 3 wide. Looking it was. Final drive, 3 and 4. Pratt into Gary. Gary up the track, and Jacob Bell will win Heat 2. And Aaron Smith will be forced into the LCQ. Curhan, Briss, and Pierce will all join him as well. And that is how it all went down for that second heat. Wow. Fun way to see it. Fun way to watch. So let's get a quick replay. And this is on the final lap. Jacob Bell was able to go ahead and make it work. Heat 3, here it comes. Brad Slaughter Jr., Ryan Swan, Travis Beckner, Mason Kane, Jordan D. Martin, Jeremy Brown, Seth Berger, with Ryan Nowicki lining up as the 8 drivers going for 4. Two heats down, 2 to go. Volusia always puts on a good show, whether it's in person or in the sim. We know NR Night in America has come here before. There was even talks about bringing truck racing to Volusia as a part of Speed Weeks for the Florida 500. But area having its 4th annual Drive for Dreams charity race says, let's put on another. Heat 3, it's underway. Contact, was that Beckner? Kane in 3rd, Martin back to 4th. Jeremy Brown sitting in 6th. Kane P3, Ryan Swan P4. Martin back to 5th. We haven't seen a lot of shuffling for that transfer spot just within the last couple of heats, but we do expect that to change because Martin is on his horse. Top side near the cushion. Dirt street stocks at Volusia Speedway is always a fun, always a blast. Beckner behind Slaughter sends it into turn 1. He has the lead. Can he hold on to it? Slaughter inside, switchback, just gets him at the stripe. And this will allow Mason Kane in 3rd to close on in. It could be 3 deep for the race lead. Berger, Martin. Martin has dropped back just a couple tenths. He's watching just behind the Ryan Swan machine at 4th. Don't look now, but Martin's got a shot. 2 to go for Heat 3. Can Travis Beckner hold on to the race lead, or can Brad Slaughter Jr. make the move? Kane in 3rd, Ryan Swan in 4th. Separation at that. Jordan D. Martin puts the chips in the middle. 1 to go in Heat 3. I just don't think Slaughter's going to get to him, but Martin wants to make the show. Gets underneath Swan, puts some muscle to him. The heave to turn 3. The switchback for Swan. Travis Beckner will win Heat 3, and Jordan D. Martin will make the show with his last lap move. Swan, Berger, Nowicki, and Brown will all work their way to the LCQ. Watch back just once more. And this is Martin's move. Got to the inside, slammed on the brakes, got a slap in the rear, and can sit out the LCQ because he's going to be racing in the 4th annual area Drive for Dreams. I'm calling it the Dirt Derby. It is called the charity race at the end of the day, but guess what? Doing cool. Jake Nichols, Cameron Powers with Payne Howell, Braxton Deweese, Jordan Navarre with Ryan Jones, and Forrest Smith will be the 8 drivers in the 4th and final heat. This is all before the LCQ. Excitement, excitement, yes it is. This has actually been a lot of fun calling this race in the night. And apologies if things were off within the first 2 heats. While broadcasting and calling the action, we were doing system checks to make sure that everything was good. We did hear that there could have been some frame drops earlier. We believe that is all now fixed ahead of the green flag for Heat 4. Enjoying the action, wanting to see more league racing in the future on the IDK Player YouTube channel, drop a like on this stream because we want more of it just as much as you. And they'll go around just once to make sure all is good. Feeling cool. Lined up, ready to go. Cameron Powers, Payne Howell. We did see a last lap move. For that final transfer spot in Heat 3. Do we see it here in Heat 4? And out of all the heats, I'll say the first one was the one where it's just really textbook, where you start and kind of where you finish. But it has gone a little more exciting as the night's gone on. Green for Heat 4. Howell in the 4th spot. Just behind Cameron Powers, just behind Jake Nichols. Luis. Navarro. Really a clump of machines. Howell is in, Howell is out. Luis is in, Luis is out. That's how quick things are going to change. 6 to go. Nichols underneath cool. Powers in 3rd. Howell in 4th. Braxton Luis watching on. This is from now the 4th position. A lot of shuffling, a lot of swing. Nichols underneath, trying to get to the race lead. We have yet to see a caution in any of the heats here tonight. Does it stay green all the way? I mean, the racing's been flawless, but we still wonder what can happen. There is a move, contact with Cool. That's underneath Nichols. 3 to go in Heat 4. Three wide for 2nd. Navarro back there in 6th. Will need a caution if he wants to make something work. Cool. Deweese. Howell, Powers, and Nichols. The fight to see who wins the race. The fight to see who transfers to the main. Powers under the 73. Not able to make it work. 3 wide for 3rd. Once, twice, and over the brim goes the 83. Dylan Cool went from leading this race to now dropping back to 5th. 1 to go. Jake Nichols. Cameron Powers. Top 2, final time to 3 and 4, and Jake Nichols will win his way into the main event. Deweese and Howell will transfer as well. Cool, Smith, Navarro, and Jones will find their way into the LCQ just like that. And that's how quickly it all came together. Your field has been somewhat set because we still have the LCQ as we get ready to go green. Always exciting, always fun. Nothing would be possible without our sponsors, and how about Hendry County Motorsports Park? You can join them on January 11th to see $1,000 to win Thunder Trucks, $500 to win Gladiators, and the CR USA late models will be in attendance for all that action. Tickets are $15 for adults with discounted prices for seniors, teens, and kids ages 5 and under. Once again, that's Hendry County Motorsports Park. All ahead here of the LCQ, you are watching the area Drive for Dreams, 4th annual at that, here in 2025. How about Central Mobile Homes? Looking for a small or large home, a new shed, or a triple crown trailer? Look no further than Central Mobile Homes. They've been proudly serving Florida customers for 28 years with a plethora of small and large home floor plans, shed designs, and triple crown trailers. Available in LaBelle, Okeechobee, Houston, and Sebring. Head to centralmobilehomeinc.com to get started today. The LCQ is ahead of us, and once again, race fans, you can watch Area on the Area iRacing Twitch. Go ahead and be sure to subscribe to the Area iRacing Twitch channel. As a subscriber, you'll have Area iRacing emotes to use in the chat and earn double channel points as you can redeem for free merchandise just at $5. All the excitement from the heats have led us to the LCQ. 10 laps, that's what you have. The top 8 advance, everybody else goes home. And we'll be ready to ride in just a matter of moments. The cars will come on by the front stretch, all in turn getting ready to go green. What do these drivers have to offer? Not just for themselves, but for the viewers watching back at home. The Area Cup Series will be back for Season 7 in 2025. Just give it, should we say, around a month or so. Look no further than the social media accounts to check in on any updates on the schedule that will soon to become out. Top 8 advance, everyone else goes home. Pace truck the hard left. The lights are bright from Volusia. Green in the LCQ. Servadio, Swan, Smith, Cool, Ryan Smith, Aaron Smith. Back across the line, it was Ryan Swan leading lap 1. Smith already jumping to the outside. And earlier in the night, you saw 3 wide really wasn't going to work, but as the night has gone on, how this track has progressed, with all that dirt and grime being moved, finding compacted areas, you're starting to see drivers really love that outside lane near the cushion. But Volusia's always been a bottom-heavy racetrack. The cushion here doesn't really work out, and it's almost like a lip on the outside lane. Once you get off the embankment and hit it, it's a roller coaster ride into the barriers. Caution out for the first time. Seth Berger, a ton of damage. Ryan Nowicki getting a heavy piece of it as well. We'll go out and watch a replay. Oh, we just got the tail end of it, actually. Right when they came around. Watch here, this is just half a lap previous. Oh, you see the 90 really shunting his way in. That's Ryan Jones. Pushing, shoving 3 wide is already tough here. 4 wide, you're asking for it. And Dawson Miller just got thrown around. You saw the big impact late from that of Nowicki. Seth Berger, a lot of damage. And these are drivers that really didn't have much luck in the heats. Either they were just missing a little more speed from what they wanted, which forced them to start really deep in the LCQ, or in the case just not able to get a good start from their heats. So why they started really deep in the field once again. You really just see the checkup unfold. Not really much else to work with. So the lights will be off on the top of the safety truck as we'll get ready to go at it again. Aaron Smith has lined on up. He will be the race leader. Ryan Swan, Dylan Cool, Forrest Smith, Howie Briss, with Michael Curran lining up the top 6. Once again, the Elite 8 will transfer to the main event. 8 laps to go in that LCQ before the 50-lap main feature event. Matt Green from Volusia. And Smith has checked out quickly, maybe not. A blinking Dylan Cool is there and ready to strike. 3 wide. Briss underneath for 4th. Doing what he can. You still see the 3 wide behind. Swan, Smith, Carter, Coop. And the caution will wave for the second time. This one for Navarro. He's got damage. You see Jeremy Brown having damage. And the bottom half of this pack has been really rough for drivers. Currently seeking that top 8 opportunity. Now 6 laps to go. This is where the desperation sets in. I don't know, some may say, oh, why is it getting just a little bit more treacherous and maybe a little sloppy from some of these drivers? It's all on the line. You know, you got an opportunity to make that feature, you're going to go for it. And in this case, you just saw Jordan Navarro getting right towards the back end. And nowhere else to go for others. Nico Servadio. Heavy damage to his machine. Watch again. Yeah, it's all textbook for the 18. But not at all there for Jordan Navarro. Went in with more speed than he definitely wanted. Let's watch from an in-car view. Just a lap earlier. And you see where some of these drivers can do a little bit better on the inside than others. Just got into him. Caution is out yet again. This will be the second one here, this LCQ. But the opportunity to make the show still very much alive for most of these drivers. Lights are out on top of the safety truck. Try it again. 2x2 off turn number 4. Volusia has come to life in the LCQ. 6 to go. Remember, caution laps do not count in the heats. The LCQ, things change. 5 to go now. Swan, Cool, Briss and Curran. Aaron Smith has been on a rail, but Ryan Swan wants to take it back. Swan underneath gets a punch from the 83. Cool, right in the mosh pit. Shane Wolf laying on him. From 3rd to 10th. One mistake and you're out of the show. Smith gets away, doesn't want a caution. 8/10 advantage over Swan. But can Ryan Jones make up 2 spots? Look at them laying on each other. Spin, outside wall. Goes the 52. That's Carter Coop. They're still slipping and sliding. Coop around in 14th. Ryan Jones goes around as well. And it all started when you saw that of what looked to be James Shane Wolf. Very deep into turn 4. And not enough racetrack for all the drivers left to go. Wow. As quickly as it really all just got started. Watch back right here. Watch Shane Wolf in 83. Just got in deep into the 52, never lifted. And when his rear bumper clipped the 52 machine, there was nowhere for Navarro and others really to go. Got some air underneath. And then the 90 of Ryan Jones goes around as well. Caution out. Once again in the LCQ. Top 8 transfer. You wonder who's at stake now. 74 still on pit road. Same with the 18. Coop, Jones, still shuffling the deck to make sure who's in what position as they'll now line up single file. Single file restart, that's what they're calling. Pierce, Miller, Brown, and Jones on the outside looking in. Berger, Shane Wolf, Curran, Cool, Smith, Briss, Swan, and Smith are looking to hold their respective positions. And the question will be, can they do it? 2 to go. Swan in second. And maybe saying if you're Swan, no point in going hard, right? What if you go out there and go for the win and then you lose the rear end? Well, every spot is an extra position in the main. 1 to go in the LCQ. Swan versus Briss. The fight for the transfer spot. Berger, Pierce, 1 and into the outside wall. That looked to be Forrest. Aaron Smith off turn 4 will come to the line. He'll win the LCQ. Who transfers in? Pushing, shoving across the line. Forrest Smith, the last driver to make the show. Pierce is in. Curran is in as well with Cool, Shane Wolf, Swan, Briss, and that of Aaron Smith the second. How about it? A well-known name on this YouTube channel with what he's raced with the e-ticket events at NR Night in America, and now will have a shot to win the Area Drive for Dreams event here in 2025. Open practice will come about. Little downtime. Let's go ahead and speak with some drivers. Always exciting, always fun. One last warm-up. And we'll bring him in. Smith, John Ramos, how are you?
Doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, we've talked before, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, it was fun to see what you were able to do just in those moments to make the transfer. Talk to me. What was it like going through the heats, not making it as the top 4, and being forced and pressured to finish just well enough to make the main event?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I have no clue what I'm doing here on the dirt. I'm more of a road course guy myself, so I'm a fish out of water tonight. But yeah, I just threw it into the corner, turned left, and it worked.
Well, that's one way to go ahead and make it work, and you made it work better than others. Now, we didn't have any cautions in the heats, but the LCQ was full of them. Now 24 drivers will take the green flag for the feature event. Do you expect things to get a little bit more aggressive, or do you think it's going to be calm?
We've got a good group of guys here. I think we'll be able to put up a good race. There may be some chaos here and there, but otherwise, I think I might be able to make an argument for the top half of the field when it's all said and done. Looking forward to it.
All right, well, that's going to be a lot of fun to go ahead and see. You got to go up against guys like Tyler Gary, and these are drivers you've raced with also outside of the dirt. Who here do you think has the best dirt experience?
I have absolutely no idea, but looking at Gary at the top of the board right now in warm-up, I'd say he's the one to beat.
All right, it's going to be fun to see as we get ready to roll. We'll drop you back as we'll get ready for the green flag. Aaron Smith, always a lot of fun to go ahead and talk to, but it will be Jackson leading us to green. Bell in second, Beckner in third, Nichols in fourth. Those were the LCQ, or should I say the heat winners. So let's go ahead and hear what one of the heat winners have to say. Jake Nichols, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. You're getting ready for the main event here. 50 laps. You got a lot of time to work with, but with more drivers in this field, you wonder how it's all going to really work out.
Yeah, hoping to stay clean. We had a little warm-up race, and we got bullied a little bit, but overall it was a good time, and I expect us to have a good race out here, especially once people get comfy with so many cars on track. But hopefully we can keep our track position. It's nice to have it from the get-go, but hopefully we can put on a show for you guys.
How do you like this car track combo?
It's interesting. I'm not really a dirt guy. Like, I don't run dirt often, especially this car. But I've adapted to it pretty good, better than I really thought I would. But overall, I think we're gonna put on a good show with it. I think it's got potential to be a really good brawl kind of car where we just have so many guys on top of each other. So hopefully we do that and put on a good one.
Godspeed.
Thank you.
And you see the drivers now forming up with the 4-wide salute as they get ready to do battle for 50 laps. Always fun, always exciting. As things get ready to rock and roll for tonight's action. 4-wide salute to the fans, 4-wide salute to the viewers. As we all are here in support of John Wilson and his recovery journey. Didn't get to see a ton of you guys putting in the GoFundMe. Very grateful for all the viewers that have been helping along with that. As we'll get ready to rock and roll. Well, race fans, for everyone hanging out, if you enjoyed the action, feel free to drop a like on the stream. Very greatly appreciated. But go ahead and lock in the comments below who you think's going to win this race. Because it is going to be one fun one. Let's go take a look at the grid. Tyler Jackson, Jacob Bell, that's row number 1. Brad Slaughter, Dylan Cool, row number 2. Dawson Miller, Tyler Gary, Ryan Swan, Jake Nichols, Casey Lacados with Joseph Pratt, Travis Beckner, Cameron Powers, James Shane Wolf, Steven Stefanski, Mason Kane, Payne Howell, lined up with Nico Saravidio, and I'm sorry if I butchered his name all night, and Michael Curran. Jordan Martin with Baxton Deweese, and Carter Coop with Aaron Smith will round out row 11, 12, Jeremy Brown, and the rest of the field at the bottom of your screen. Pace truck ready to make that hard left onto pit road just one more time. As the field gets ready to come to life. Racing at Volusia, always exciting at that, as we'll get the one to go this time by. Always very grateful for our sponsors coming on board, hanging out with us, having a great time. Jackson, Bell, Beckner, Nichols, Lacados, Pratt, and Slaughter. Locked in and ready to go. How does this go for the main event? 50 laps of thunder from Volusia. Let's light the fuse in the Central Florida area. Jackson advantage, Jacob Bella blink. Beckner to the inside, slide job off turn 4 to lead lap 1. He's got him cleared, but brings the daylight to the inside. Beckner, Jackson, Nichols, Bell, full trouble, middle of the field. And around goes Ed Robertson. Dylan Cool got a piece of it, and he'll bring the caution out for the first time. Quickly as it all got started, we'll quickly come to a quick pacing. Let's see how it all went down. Now this is Robertson. On the inside lane, he was mostly running the bottom side. He wanted to see the 44. On the outside, what happened here? I just think that 64 got a little loose. Down into 3 and 4, came up the track. And there was Cameron Powers waiting with his door. And Powers did a great job at saving the car, not letting himself get roughed up any more than he needed to. Watch again. Gets hit right there, bang, dead sideways. Hand over fist as he hit the wall. Yes, he does. Ever so slightly, but not enough to absolutely destroy that street stock. So the caution is out for the first time. Beckner, Jackson, Nichols, and Bell will be the fast 4. With Lacados, Pratt, and Slaughter as the top 7. Stefanski back there in 8. Tyler Gary, Mason Kane being the top 10. So a quick caution will bring us to a slowdown as we do have the lights on top of the safety truck rolling. And we're so grateful for all of our sponsors that are hanging out with us, having a great time. How about Rick's Hot Sauce? You know, I know we definitely put that overlay on before, but we haven't been able to talk about it. Rick's Hot Sauce, what a name. Head over to rickshotsauce.com for some of the best hot sauces made locally in South Florida. Try the, ooh, man. You know this thing is spicy because the name is tough to say, but the Loxahatchee Classic, the Golden Garlic, Palm Beach Pineapple, and South Beach Heat. Follow Rick's Hot Sauce Rookie of the Year battle of the Area Cup Series and see which driver will take home the $100 prize at the highest finishing rookie in the standings. Matt Green in the area. Try for dreams. Jackson on the inside, Beckner on the outside. Beckner holds on, spin, middle of the field, and one up and over. Look to be the 32, Mason Kane, who comes back on all fours, and the big one strikes early with 43 laps to go. Wow. And he's smoking. Mason Kane quickly up and over. Everyone else now able to power away, but what a wild ride it was. We have to watch all the way from the start. You're looking 3 wide, you're looking 4 wide. There's 4 wide dead ahead of them as well. Tyler Gary on the inside. And this is where it started. The 8 machine getting up and into that of the 50. And there they all went. You see Mason Kane multiple times up and over from all the initial contact that happened earlier. Let's watch again. And this time we'll slow it down. Far view, 4 wide, tough here at Volusia with it being a bottom heavy track. You see the 50 and the 8 making contact. That's Brad Slaughter getting into the 50 machine, getting turned dead sideways. And Mason Kane just gets nailed. Jordan D. Martin in 38 getting underneath. 52. Peyton Howell getting tagged as well. Lacados. What a wild ride he had. He was a part of the initial impact and then hit every other car that seemed to be out on the racing surface. You saw even Aaron Smith get a piece of it. Pushing, shoving, shunting. and a heavy impact to follow. Talk about Mason Kane. Let's watch on with him. So caution is out yet again here in the feature event. We're back green. Beckner, Jackson, Nichols, Jacob Bell. Back there in the 4th position. Brad Slaughter, Joseph Pratt with Braxton Deweese. I think these are going to be the big 2 all night long. Jackson and Beckner. They were strong in their heats. And they're looking very strong early on in the feature. They have been swapping the position back and forth. And we talked with Jake Nichols just before this race started. Really interested to see what he can now do. Another heat winner. Tyler Gary to the inside. Oh, no contact made, but Jacob Bell is there. Jackson underneath. Beckner the switchback. Beautiful move to retake the lead. And this time he'll easily hold on to it. Gary into Nichols. Side by side for the lead, side by side for 3rd. Jacob Bell in the 5th position. And there's no Fast 4 transfer anymore. There's no Elite 8. It's win or nothing. Jackson slides wide. Beckner back to the inside. And that's been the same move he's been really working on Jackson as of recent. But as those two started clashing together, it's allowed Nichols and Gary to really close the gap, and the caution will wave again. And it will be for Forrest Smith. And we got some serious good racing. Right before that caution did happen to come on out. Let's see a replay. So for deeper in the field, you're watching the 15. There's the 32, Mason Kane. We got that car repaired. And ready to go. Just gets into the 15 and around he goes. Now, reminder, these drivers do have a fast repair, as you can see. Mason Kane, that car was destroyed, was able to go ahead and bring it back together and make it work. You usually don't see fast repairs in NR Night in America. It used to be very often when you use fast repairs all the time. What's great about doing different leagues, different rules, you get to learn, you get to experience them. OSRL area, trying different things, different tactics ahead of their events that are ready to go. 20 laps in the books. Remember, caution laps do count in the feature. But what a race it has been up to this moment. For the NR Night in America viewers that are hanging out with us tonight, we say thank you very much. Tomorrow we'll release the 2025 e-ticket event schedule. So do keep that all in mind. It will be releasing tomorrow as we work our way forward and get the excitement rolling on the new year. Beckner and Jackson, Nichols and Gary. Matt Green. Nichols inside, Gary running wide. Can he get a drive off turn 2? Don't think he will. 3 wide, looking for second as Beckner gets away. Pushing, shoving. You saw Nichols a little out of shape. Jackson, whoa, they had not a lot of room to work with as Gary slid him wide. Slaughter in 5th. Pratt in 6th. DeWeese back to 7th. Middle of the field, it's a mosh pit. Briss, Smith, Robertson. And Steven Stefanski there in 13th. Sliding goes Swan. Up near Howell. Howell will try again to the inside. Tyler Jackson, Tyler Gary, Jake Nichols. And what a cool last name. I know this is just a little out of place to say, but if your last name is Slaughter, you need to be a racer. I mean, that is just one of the coolest names ever. Now, I hope you're not that other thing that is very, very illegal, but that is such a cool last name. Brad Slaughter Jr. That's something you would hear from drivers that run street stocks in person. Second and a half advantage there for Beckner. All together, second, third, and fourth. Gary gripping the inside wall. Matter of fact, he may have made contact with the inside wall. Joseph Pratt has a clearer view of the race leader. Now, for the ones that are wondering, does Volusia Speedway look like this now? The answer is actually no. Matt Skipper used to work at Volusia Speedway. He gave me a tour of the whole facility before the Coke Zero 400 back in 2022 and before us getting ready to possibly call an event one day. And he mentioned that Volusia Speedway, very interesting racetrack, used to actually be asphalt. Matter of fact, we all know that really cool movie called Days of Thunder. Look back to the Bristol scenes and the Martinsville scenes. The scenes were not filmed on property at Bristol and Martinsville. They were filmed at Volusia because they were already filming at Daytona for Days of Thunder. So you can't really pack everyone up and go to Martinsville and go to Bristol. That's cost a lot of money. So why don't you find a local short track? What do they find? Volusia Speedway, and that's where they shot a lot of great things. Volusia then went to dirt just after the 90s, and they've actually done a great renovation as of the last couple of years, and it's a hotbed for all great dirt fans to go to. So if you ever look back on Days of Thunder, look back on that testing scene, the tire scene at Martinsville, and the racing at that of Bristol. Anything that was shot on property and not used as real-life footage was from Volusia Speedway. Nichols, Jackson, that's toe-to-toe for the third spot. Gary's been able to get away. Beckner's been shooting as well. And two drivers currently either 1 or 2 laps down, Powers and Pierce. And that's back in 23rd and 24th. DeWeese, Bell, Stefanski back there in 9th. It's still a hotbed of machines really all over each other. And that's what's great about racing. When you ever go to a race in attendance, TV cameras can capture the top 2, top 3 and say, oh man, it's nice and calm. But everyone in attendance is on the edge of their seat because 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, they're in a mosh pit. They're in a bind together, and they're just shuffling the deck back and forth. Bell, who won the first heat, is back in the 8th position under pressure now. From Stefanski underneath. And dirt racing is such a different form of action and racing. You gotta have patience, but you also have to learn to know when to be aggressive. Can't be overly aggressive because that car will just swoop around on you. And the track is ever changing, quicker than that of asphalt. Nichols in 4th, inside lane. Two by 2 was almost 3 wide. Aaron Smith there in 14th. James Shainwolf, 83. Oh, he gets it a Howell. And Howell's just holding on. Briss, Robertson, Stefanski in 8th. Pratt up to the 5th position. Tyler Gary has been doing just a little bit better on catching that of Beckner. Starting as low as 14th at one point, has now worked his way up. Look at the intervals on the bottom of your screen. A 7.9 back, a 7.6 back, was a 6.3 back, now a 6 flat. In the middle of the corners, he is creeping into the half a second range. Jackson really has not left the top 3 actually at all. Highest is first. Has not had to deal with the wildness, but if you go a little bit deeper, let's go to that of Aaron Smith. I think he's been around everything. Caution on the speedway. With a handful of laps remaining, and this one's for Cliff Mullins. Wild. Let's go watch back on a replay. This is deeper in the field. Ah, just got tagged. And around he went. Gatos. Watching on once more. You saw the blink there by the 83 and Dylan Cool. Just got into him. For others, really not much to work with. Well, the laps are winding down. They're 2 by 2. This is the restart you've all been looking forward to because you know it's crunch time in Volusia. Who will win the 4th annual Area Drive for Dreams charity race? Tyler Gary, Travis Beckner. Beckner has been on a rail tonight. 39 of the 43 laps all to him. And Jackson's got 3 of 43. Something's got to give back green. Gary underneath. Not giving Beckner any room to work with. He's got him. Oh, he's going to hit him. Once, twice. Can't move the 28. And Jackson's Watson off from 3rd, now 2nd. Draws even with the 26. Six to go. Make it 5 to go. Jackson and Gary toe-to-toe for 2nd. All over each other for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Trying to get underneath them. And a Joseph Brown in the caution will wave. Mullins, Swan. And I believe that's DeWeese at 13. Tyler Gary will have another opportunity at it. Tyler Jackson will have another opportunity at it. And for Mason Kane, nothing he can do. Watch back. DeWeese gets sideways, Bell nowhere to go. Kane into the guardrail and air for the 13. Safe to say, I don't think the 32 was too pleased with DeWeese. Let's watch once more. And he did come up into that 97. And Kane had a great view of it too. Man, just ripped the entire nose off his dirt street stock. Oh man, oh man. Caution out. Just once more. Before the restart. 2 laps to work with to see who wins the 4th annual Area Drive for Dreams charity event. It's been a fun one. It's been exciting. But only one can win from what we have. Is it Beckner? Is it Jackson? Is it Gary? Or is it Nichols? Matt Green. Beckner gets away. Jackson gets into him. Jumps up the racetrack. Tyler Gary's watching on for 3rd. Oh, Beckner sideways the race leader, and he goes around into the middle of the field. The white flag waves. This race is official. 1 to go. Tyler Gary, P2. Can he lay the bumper? Sends in a heave. Won't be enough. Tyler Jackson off turn 4 will win the 4th annual Area Drive for Dreams charity event. And the driver that led nearly the entire race comes up empty. Can you believe it? Travis Beckner will end up finishing 18th. Tyler Jackson will be the first to the line. Tyler Gary 2nd. Joseph Pratt in 3rd. And that is how it's going to win. Or should we say that's how it's going to end here in Volusia. Oh my goodness. And we'll see how that goes. We do not see Jackson on track. Here is Tyler Gary currently circling the speedway. We'll wait on the official word if anything comes up of it. But as of this moment, Jackson is the race winner. We'll watch a replay as we're interviewing that of the driver, the number 8. Oh, wow. Wild things all coming together. So, you know what? Let's watch a replay. Now, what's really cool about this is I don't have to make a decision or have a helping hand a decision on whether there's penalties or not. I get to just call the race. But I know for race control, that's going to be a tough decision to make. If anything does happen to come up, not fully aware of what the rules may be for area, but yeah, he got into him, just turns Beckner sideways. And then it was the race to the line after that. Let's watch all the way from the initial start of the race. You see Beckner get the drive. Got a great launch. And then we'll just slow it down for you. Look at Jackson go all the way up the speedway, trying to just carry any type of momentum he can. Gets into him. And around goes Beckner, right into the thick of the field. The 52 machine, Payne Howell got a piece of it. And we will get ready to see if we can talk with him. And we'll also see if we get to speak with Beckner at any moment. And it looks like the word is Tyler Jackson going to victory lane, crossing the line first. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I want to apologize to Travis. I didn't mean to get into him there. I was trying to run the slider line, and he'd been glued to the bottom pretty much all race, and I was just looking at his that last lap where we made contact, and he was at least a half a car length higher than he had been, maybe 3/4, and I just wasn't expecting that. So I apologize to him. I don't mean to race like that.
Well, it was an interesting, move, obviously, because, you're coming down to those final moments, and we know you guys race usually a lot together. What was the overall, should I say, goal heading into it? Was it maybe to move him, rough him up a little bit, or was it to carry as much momentum? Because at one point during the race, he looked to have it completely locked in.
Yeah, he was a lot better than me all race. We had a really good battle the first, 10 laps, and seemed like the cautions just weren't falling my way. And then I don't know what happened with the middle of the race. I just started fading really bad. I mean, I run these cars pretty consistently, and I don't really recognize many names in here, so it was a little humbling to get walked on by a couple guys that I didn't know who they were. So definitely racing's a humbling sport. I think I missed it on the offset maybe. I haven't been running the fixed stuff too much here the last couple of days. We've been testing for the gobbler, and those setups are so tight that this fixed stuff was actually really hard tonight. And your question, he was going to run the bottom, so I mean, I wasn't going to be able to do anything on the bottom. So the only thing I thought I could do was run slider line, and yeah, he was a little high that last corner. I mean, I only clipped him by probably, 6 inches. If he would have been in the groove, he probably would have got the win. Yeah, I apologize. It was all accidental.
All right. Well, what do you want to say to any of these viewers back at home? And they showed up and showed out for this event.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw the event today and signed up. I don't know really anything about the league or anything, but it looked like it was a fundraiser type deal. So that was good. Sounded like somebody got hurt. So hopefully this raised some money and some awareness and maybe a few extra dollars for who was hurt. Now I just got to thank, I just joined a whole nother level with Jamie Massey and Blake Murray, Jake Stefanski, all those guys over there. We're getting ready to run for $2,000 in these cars on Sunday. So we're going to try to test for that some more. Feel pretty good about our chances. And I got to thank iRacing Dirt Memes sponsored my entry into that. So yeah, we're going to carry some of the open setup speed, and hopefully we'll be able to run up front there. All
right. Well, good luck on that, and congratulations on your win.
Yeah, and apologize to Travis again. I know he was pretty pissed off. I'd be mad too, but I think once he watches the replay, he'll see he was a little high, and we just made contact, and he was on the losing end of that, and that's how this goes sometimes. So yeah, sorry to him. Thanks for everyone for watching. Thanks for the broadcast. I really appreciate it.
And thank you as well. Let's go ahead and talk to the second finishing driver, that and Tyler Gary. Gary, John Ramos, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
It was a fun race. You worked your way through the heats, and you found your way into, actually, at one point, position to win the race. What more did you need, and what did you see on that final restart?
I really just needed some track position early in the race. I didn't qualify as good as I wanted to. I had a chance to win my heat race, and then got cleaned out. Ended up having to start 14th. Worked my way up pretty quick. Just by the time I got the second, Travis was so far out I couldn't get to him in time, and then I'm not really sure what happened on our last restart. It seemed like just kind of a racing deal, but I don't know that Jackson guy. I don't know how he is, how he races, so maybe he did it on purpose, but it was all good fun, all for a good cause.
Is it fun to race against new people maybe you've never raced before?
I've raced the iRacing League now and then, so I know some of these guys. I know Travis. He's the flagman at my local dirt track.
Oh,
it's pretty cool that me and him had a chance to run 1-2 there, so it would have been pretty awesome.
It would have indeed. Congratulations on your P2. You want to say anything to any of these viewers back at home?
No, just like to thank Gary for putting these on. Apparently this is the 4th year they've done something like this, so that's pretty cool, and just wish well to John Wilson.
Indeed. Congratulations on being runner-up.
Thank you.
And we'll be looking for Pratt, at least as of this moment, for the 3rd position. If we don't, we'll talk to the driver who did get turned. That in Travis Beckner. Beckner, John Ramos, an unfortunate ending to such a great race for yourself. Walk me through those final moments.
Yeah, I mean, I went back to look at the replay. At first, I was mad, but, stuff happens. It's for charity. It's for our local track prep guy, John Wilson. glad that he's all right after everything that happened. But you know, good win to Jackson there. He was quick. He kept up with us. So, and could have been cool if we got a Hendry County Motorsports Park 1-2 there with me and Tyler. It'd been amazing. But you know, stuff happens. Got to move on and just keep on racing. So.
Yeah, a lot of flow-grown drivers in this field as well. It's honestly pretty cool that you know who John Wilson is as well. But in that situation, you just talked about, it is for charity. The next outlook is for the Area Cup Series. Are you excited for Season 7?
Yes, sir. Hopefully this year's my year. Last year I didn't make the playoffs, but all the other years before I've made the playoffs. Hopefully I could go get a third Area 500 win this year. That'll be awesome. So, just looking forward to this coming season for area between the Cup Series, Truck Series, and Pro Series. So,
going to be exciting. Now, we got some news that we have to go ahead and offer, because I don't think this is going to be the last time, at least on this channel, we'll hear from a Travis Beckner. But what do you want to say to these viewers back at home that just saw that? I don't know if you've seen the live chat, but it lit up from what happened coming to the white flag.
Yeah, I definitely switched over to the stream. I saw the comments. I was like, oh wow, okay. But you know, I appreciate everybody having my back. That was awesome there. But you know, stuff happens.
We have a very opinionated crowd.
But yeah, just got to move on. I mean, all I could say is I led most of the race. I won this thing last year, so it'd been awesome if I would have got 2 in a row.
And it will not go your way, unfortunately, tonight, but we can't wait for what you got in Season 7. Congratulations on finishing.
Thank you.
And that is Travis Beckner, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for Pratt, don't seem to find him, at least as of this moment. But before we end it, let's go ahead and talk back to the Mr. Commissioner there in Jacob Bell. Jacob Bell, I called you Mr. Commissioner. Should we continue with that?
Sure. You know, I don't like to take much of the credit because we are a big community and everybody puts in a lot of effort, not just me, but whatever you want to call me, as long as it's not, you know, some bad word, I guess.
Well, the live chat definitely lit up tonight with how it went. Pretty entertaining racing. Congratulations on putting on just yet again another fun event.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. Obviously, the finish was just as controversial as you could have it. So I'm sure that was getting some responses in one way and another. But at the end of the day, you know, it is a charity race. So to hyper admin it and race control and be really nitpicky on it was not something that we told all the guys before the race. That's not something we were going to do. That was close, you know, I'd say, but you can see both sides of the argument. We all talked it over as a community. Also, there was like 20 of us racing in the Discord call together, and we all kind of understood that, you know, I think Tyler was a little hot on entry there for sure. Travis did move up maybe a half lane higher. Not saying that Travis isn't entitled to do that. He is the race leader, but overall, it was close enough. And also with the caution not coming to the white flag, it was so hectic. We're just going to let it be because at the end of the day, like I said, it's a charity event. Raised a lot of money tonight for John Wilson, which is great. Happy for him and his family, and we can't wait to present that over to them. And yeah, we're ready to move on and on to bigger and better things. Hopefully, the Area 500 is one of these things that we'll get to here shortly.
Heck yeah, we got great things coming in Season 7. Really excited about that. Currently $510 raised for John Wilson's recovery journey. You guys can still go ahead and donate now. The link to that is pinned at the top of the live comments. Bell, great to hear from you again as we get ready to wrap things up. We'll get ready to look back through the entire finishing order of tonight's Area Drive for Dreams charity event. Tyler Jackson, confirmed, will be taking a victory with Tyler Gary, Joseph Pratt, Steven Stefanski, Jake Nichols, Brad Slaughter, Aaron Smith, Jordan D. Martin, Michael Curran, and Dylan Cool, rounding out that top 10. Casey Lacados with Ed Robertson, Braxton DeWeese, and Forrest Smith taking up the top 14. Howie Briss, 15th, and Peyton Howell, Cliff Mullins, Travis Beckner, unfortunately involved in that incident, Jacob Bell, and Cameron Powers being the top 20. Final 4 drivers being Ben Pierce, Ryan Swan, James Shane Wolf, and Mason Kane. Well, so that will do it for all the area action on this Wednesday night edition. For the NR Night in America viewers, we'll be back this Friday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central for more NR Night in America. I don't think area is just done, but man, we are very grateful for all the league racing opportunities and activities on this YouTube channel. We want to continue to promote league racing throughout 2025, and we are very grateful to have area hanging out with us. I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR, and John Ramos saying so long from our studio in Nashville, Tennessee, and we hope to see you this Friday.